Welcome to Trust the Cones.
What's going on, guys?
Hey, what's going on?
We are doing a car podcast, and this is going to be my last one, which is quite bittersweet. It's been a lot of fun. It's been a good time. Sad to leave everyone, but I know it's the right thing for me. So, I always promised I was going to rap if we got 1,000 subs, and we got way more than that in the end. So, what I decided to do, I didn't prepare like a whole rap or anything, but I have a few sets of bars. So I'm going to do them throughout the podcast. That way you guys got to listen till the end. So the end will be the longest one.
So we're finally gonna hear some rapping.
You ready?
I am ready.
I shouldn't do this while I'm driving. I'm going to anymore. One more raid, only cost $1. Got 100,000 coins, I don't give a muck. I'm the champ, you're more a side duck. Always getting one ball like your damage bar is stuck.
Nice.
Yeah.
So there's a little tease for you guys. So
No, that's like most of it.
Oh, okay.
No.
That's still a tease.
Yeah,
So.
I'm always a tease. So I'll get the sappy and stuff out of the way. I'm a crazy perfectionist, and I was spending so much time worrying about like the Trust the Kev brand and like, you know, the perfect videos and getting them done quickly, and like, you know, like we have all this content we recorded that would be like 2 days old. I'd be like, screw it, I don't want to do it, you know? And it's just not, I can't do it to the level I want to do it, and I start to get like crazy. I have really bad anxiety and depression and stuff, and I start to get really upset that like I can't get out what I want to get out. And it just got to the point where it became like miserable to do this. Like I loved hanging out with you, but then like we do it and I'd have to listen to it to edit it, and I'd be like, oh my god, I don't want to listen to this, you know? And then like, I don't know how many times I missed the SoundCloud upload, because I'm just like, I'm not uploading this again. Uploading takes what, like 10 seconds?
Yeah.
And it just got miserable. So I'm done. I don't know how much of a room there is for 40-year-old graying hair dudes on YouTube or whatever, but I'm glad you guys gave me a chance. I mean, again, 1,300 subs, and we traveled a little bit. We met some people. I made a lot of good friends in the channel, spent a lot of it. And I said on Twitter, it's gonna be my last one, and there were so many positive words. So it's been awesome. It's been great with you.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Kind of sad.
What was your favorite Trust the Cones Kevin Bill moment?
Oh man. Probably most of our bloopers. Just like stuff that nobody will ever see. Like more of the behind the scenes stuff, I would say, is my favorite.
Some of those were really good.
Yeah. I mean, probably like the one night down in the city.
That was my favorite. Definitely.
Yeah, just because you were so loopy and out of it, just from, you know, because you wake up super early.
Yeah, yeah. So
we were out till like 5
or 6.
Yeah, it was.
Went to Red Bank the next day.
Yeah, it was insane.
There was a dude who was driving down Broad Street next to us, and he was going nuts. It was really late on a Saturday night, and he's like pounding his hand, and he made it to the video very briefly.
Yeah.
But we drove next to him for a good like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And he was like interacting with us and everything. So we're like, why is he so happy? Bill's like, oh, he must have got 40 today or something. And we decided that Bill was going to have a parade down Broad Street, like the Phillies would do when they won the World Series when he got to level 40. And it was very, very vulgar and not fit to ever put out in any medium. A little bit awful, but it was so funny. And just like the four of us are in the car, completely delirious, having a great time, and just like the concept of like renting a convertible, so Bill would just pull the top down and like go down Broad Street, and like no one would know like who this guy was, and there'd be traffic like honking behind him, and like it would have been perfect.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was a good time. I mean, going down to Baltimore was really cool too.
That was a good day.
You know, actually going somewhere and doing something. So yeah, I mean, there were a lot of fun times.
I think my favorite raid was the Marowak duo that we got. The last day, it was super hard.
The one we failed a bunch of times, and I powered up a Kyogre during the podcast just to be able to do it. Yeah,
we got it.
That was a good one.
So that was pretty cool. So yeah, all in all, a good time.
It was a lot of fun. I've had a lot of questions about, you know, what's going to happen next with Trust the Cones and everything like that. Still not quite decided on it. I mean, I'm sure I'm going to keep it alive. You know, it's going to be hard to replace it though.
Well, thank you. That means a lot.
Yeah,
it means a lot.
So
I think you got to keep going. I think you bring a lot of fun to it. You have knowledge. You have that grind ethic. You know, I really thought that your story of getting to 40 was really compelling and exciting, and then like you
and now I'm at 100 million.
congratulations.
Thank you.
That was very recently, so congratulations.
Yeah, very recently. So
yeah.
I mean, I probably won't do as much right away.
Yeah.
Probably take some time to find the right person to replace you. If it is just one person, maybe it's me, and then I'll just change out, you know, people, and you know, kind of mix it up that way a little bit.
You get guests that way and stuff, and round tables.
You know, there's just, I think there's too much excitement and too many people like Trust the Cones for it to just go away completely. So
yeah, no, I really hope you keep it up. I think you'll do a good job with it. I mean, like, you are the cones, so I'm the trust part, but you're the cones part, you know. And I still remember the first raid we came to, and Bill has his Honda, and he pulls up and opens it up, and the cones come out. I wasn't actually at the raid, my wife was, and she's texting me pictures of the cones. And we're like, it's the greatest thing ever, and like being on Holly's video and stuff, and even in like the Niantic advertisement, like the she did, the cones made it on there. So yeah, it was good times. Are we sapped enough? Should we talk about the actual game?
Sure, might as well.
I mean, you can.
I mean, it's how, you know, the podcast came about.
Yeah, this is still a true podcast. We're not, other than the fact that I'm rapping occasionally.
Yeah.
we're not going to change it up too much. So, I guess we'll start with bagging.
Yeah, we can start with bagging.
What do you think of Outrage?
I'm happy about it. It's a much better move than Draco Meteor.
Yeah.
So, it makes Salamence pretty viable now as well too.
It's about as good as Rayquaza. It's a little bit less, but I mean, it's a lot cheaper, especially when you have a day where you can get 3 hours worth of candy.
Absolutely.
So, I think we're looking at wind for at least one of the hours here locally.
Nice.
So if you get that like level 34 weather boosted one, you know, save it for a lucky trade with someone else that did the same thing. And
yeah. Unfortunately, I don't have any. I'm not sitting on very many good ones. I think I might have 1 or 2.
I am loaded.
So
we talked about this a while ago. I feel like it may not even been on a pod, but me and Michelle, whenever we play, we usually come through Philly. There's one neighborhood that always has them. Yeah. Kind of like on Germantown going towards Chestnut Hill. So we have a bunch that we would always trade back and forth. And over time, I mean, I have 6. I think I have 5 98s and a 96 or something, or maybe like 105 4 98s and a 96.
So you're definitely ready to go.
I'm totally ready to get my 6. I'm happy about it. I really want to make one. So this was No Lux mentioned this today in the Game Press chat, and it's a really good point. There's definitely some utility to having Draco Meteor as a fast move, as a charge move, and Outrage as a second fast move. So you know, you get it, the special move Outrage and unlock Draco Meteor later, because you can, when you have a chance for a full cycle, you bust off the big move, and you do Outrages to use the rest of the energy afterwards. So I'm gonna do that with one. But I don't have, you know, the crazy 12 Rayquaza team, and I look at some of these Giratina duos, and they're really hard without this really, really deep, and I'm just not. You know, I have my 5 Rayquaza, a couple Palkia, and whatever the hell it's called, Diaglo, and then a bunch of Dragonites. But the Salamence will fill out that team really well. Yeah, definitely. I'm hoping to get some. I've been trying to, like, you know, trade here and there before. You know, hoping to get a decent one. So I'll keep that up, and then I'm probably gonna go into the city. Are you? Yeah, I am too, actually. I don't see how I can. Yeah. You know, like, it's gonna be too good of a Pokemon to pass up, you know, the opportunity for the spawns and stops and everything like that in the city. Yeah, I think it's a great move by far. I think that be a lot of people, a lot of lures. I'm not going on foot, I'm going on car, which I don't love, but it's much more efficient. Yeah, I agree. Mainly because I usually am the one driving when I'm going around. Yeah. I mean, so it makes it a little bit more difficult. Yeah, I would say so. Although, you know, I did on Clam Pearl Day, whatever that was, I was able to manage 142 quests in that 3-hour window while driving. That's crazy. It's not safe, but it's crazy. Yeah. We don't endorse that, but we all kind of do, because we all play. Yeah. I mean, let's be real, everybody does it. So be safe about it. I mean, luckily I was in the city. I pulled off to the side a lot and things like that. So I was just trying to be smart about it and things like that. But I forget what exactly the math was, but I was doing a quest, like, you know, a little bit over every minute or something like that. I liked how Clamperl fed Clamperl, so you keep going and like doing more and more. I like Lotad Day a bunch too. We'll get that in a second. I do want to come back because I had a great time that day. I wanted to talk about Lucky Friends. Yes. What's your thoughts? It's interesting. Maybe I'd like it more if I had one.
could get one.
I think I'm 85 interactions in with that one or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely don't have that many interactions, but I've had a decent amount. I know a few other players that have, you know, even more than that, and they don't have any either.
Yeah. Yeah, I've definitely seen people with a ton who just don't have it. And see a lot of people getting their like random friend in Germany or friend in like South America and stuff. And
that's the worst.
yeah, you get the excitement and it's like,
oh wait. So, I mean, it's a neat idea. I mean, it's nice that you get a guaranteed lucky trade when you know you have that friend. So if you're looking for something specific, lucky, like maybe I'll actually get a lucky Ditto. I don't know that I really want to waste it on a Ditto, but I've been trying to get a lucky Ditto forever.
Well, I'm gonna do it on Corsola because I've tried so many times to get that one. I'm just
I mean, it's gonna be, especially for you trying to go for lucky decks. It's gonna be great for that.
Which kind of makes lucky decks less exciting, but I don't know.
I mean, it's still a feat to be able to do that.
Yeah, I guess so.
Because then you got to get lucky friends that with somebody that has it and everything as well too. So
making me feel better. I like it.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
I think it's a neat concept. I've seen too many errors. So we raided yesterday, right when it first came out, and my one friend, she got lucky with someone else. But they couldn't trade. The other guy already did a special, so they're like, oh, we're not going to trade today. Yeah. So we raided, and then she got lucky again with her husband. It showed lucky on his game, but not on her game. So they did a special, and it wasn't lucky.
Oh, wow.
And then he no longer had her as a lucky friend.
Well, that's annoying.
So on the bright side, she did a trade with the other guy today, and it worked.
And it did work, okay.
Yeah. So that's good. But it's like, so he's mad because he gave up a level 25 Giratina, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. So hopefully Niantic does something to reimburse them. I know they're going to give like 3 ensigns and like a raid pass or something, but it's not quite the same. I don't know. So I'll be happy when it works for real. We did the raid day today. We probably had 50 to 60 people, you know, probably 70 accounts.
Very nice.
And yeah, it was awesome. Not one person said like, oh my goodness, I got a lucky friend. Huh. And I probably had 30 best friends in that group of people.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
So it seemed really odd that there'd be that much interaction.
And nothing come out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. Well, I don't feel as bad now not having a lucky friend considering how little interactions I've done, but
yeah,
it's still kind of frustrating though to hear.
I mean, you figure that's so many micro interactions. Like you figured someone's gonna hit it at some point.
You would think.
But I think it's a cool feature, and I'm excited about it. And I'm gonna trade for Giratinas for a long time.
Yeah.
I'm excited about Giratina. It's a cool boss.
It is.
I don't like throwing at it.
I got a 98%.
Did you?
Yeah, I'm pretty happy about that.
I did as well. Mine's 14 attack. I kind of want the 15 attack version.
Yeah, I got a 15, 14, 15.
Nice.
So
very nice.
Really happy about that.
Yeah, 14, 15, 15.
I've been sitting on like 500 rare candy for a while, so I finally dumped some rare candy into that. I dumped some rare candy into Dialga.
Nice, good choices.
Just to sit there.
Did you max Giratina yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
I have not maxed any of them. So
I'm definitely going to.
Oh yeah, I mean the plan is to do it. I just, you know, been waiting a little bit to see if I get a better one. I have some to trade to try and re-roll with people, so see if I get a better one.
I had a boosted 98 run from me.
Ugh.
It was really hard, and it was like, so we do a big raid with a lot of people, and I don't get lucky friends, and then all of a sudden it runs away, and then I witnessed the lucky trade that didn't actually happen.
Wow, they have chickens.
We do have chickens,
and that dog is really cute. Sorry.
This is the kind of insight you're gonna miss from Trust the Cones.
Yes. Chickens and puppies.
Runaway legendaries, chickens and puppies.
Yeah.
I like Giratina. I think it's been a fun duo. I do it a lot with my alt, which is really convenient.
Nice.
There's spots here. I don't know if you're gold. Anyways.
I am not actually.
Are there 2 spots or 1? 2.
2.
So. Yeah, so I like duoing it. I have not duoed Dragon Pulse yet. I haven't been with the right people at the right time.
Okay.
Me and Mix went looking for it the other day and kept getting Ominous Wind, which was really good for revives, but really bad for duoing Dragon Pulse. So there's still some time left.
Yeah, I haven't duoed yet. I've done trios and things like that, but no duos.
There's one left. I'd say let's do it now, but I don't see any in town. I was surprised Latios is coming back. I think you know, I can't speak for worldwide, but it seems like rating is pretty up in our Discord. So I'm surprised to see that they decided to, you know, dilute it for a week during a really good boss.
I'm really not. I mean, I kind of expected it to come soon with Latios coming and being shiny. I knew they'd come with Latios to be shiny, so I'm really not surprised at it. And people love their shinies,
They
so
do.
it's gonna get people to raid.
No, people will be out in full force.
Yeah.
I'm a Latios fan, but I have 2 max, so I'm very limited in how much I want to do it.
Yeah, I have 1 max, and I mean, I want the shiny, so I'm gonna be out there trying to get my shiny.
Yeah, I'd like the shiny, but I don't need the shiny. It's one of those things where it's...
I wish I had that, where I didn't need shinies, but I need shinies.
Saves you so much dust.
It really would.
And time, too. Did you get a Scyther?
I want to talk about it.
Oh, God. I did get one.
I actually tried really hard for it.
I did, too. Don't tell anybody.
Like, I tried really hard. Probably 300 to 400 encounters, and nothing. So I'm actually kind of frustrated with Scyther. Yeah.
Obviously, a bunch in the wild, too, so it was something that I saw a lot of.
Yeah.
And, it was probably like 18 hours before the event ended. I hit one. And it was like 70 IV, so I mean, but I can't be that mad about it.
I had no shinies the entire event.
Yeah, that was the only one I got, and I didn't get anything else. Usually, like, I get some random shinies.
I normally get something, but I got nothing. So.
I found this a very underwhelming event, except for the fact that the incense boost was legitimately wonderful.
I liked the hour-long incense. Yeah, that was really cool.
Especially, I just sit at work, and if I had time to throw, I'd throw every 2.5 minutes. And if I was on a call and couldn't do it, then it was like, all right, you know, don't worry about it. Like, I missed one. There's still 38 more spawns or whatever. So, I thought that was a really cool thing, and it kept my balls moving.
Yeah?
Yeah, I said that. It's not trust the codes if I'm not having an innuendo by accident about balls.
That's true.
What were your thoughts on Lotad Day?
I liked how they made it all day long to give everyone an opportunity. The rates seemed to be okay.
Yeah.
I didn't have to try real hard before, like I did all of Willow Grove. I did most of Jenkintown.
Okay.
And I actually did a little bit of Ambler. And I finished up in Ambler. Once I got my 4th one, I stopped for a while.
Okay.
And then I wound up going back out a little bit later, and I wound up getting 3 more, I think, without even trying. So yeah, I think I wound up with 7. So it was decent. I think it was more Cast Form Day than it was Lotad Day, though.
It was definitely more Cast Form Day. I'm gonna park for a second so I can rap before I tell my Lotad story. So, all right. This is my actual favorite set of lines, and if you don't like the Sixers, it means nothing, but I thought it was really good. Grind every day in the early AM. Shinies for babies, I need all of them. 40s for sales, just send the DM. More burner accounts than a Sixers GM. See, all right, so for those who don't know basketball, the general manager of the Sixers was caught with burner Twitter accounts, like pumping himself up and saying how good he was, and the questioning other people and everything. So I wrote this right around that time.
The only reason I know about it is because of you.
Oh, yeah. So that was when I went through my phase of, oh my god, I'm going to make all these accounts level 40 and sell them. And then I realized that they get yourself like $100 and it's a lot of effort. And I'm not a spoofer, so it wasn't going to happen. So let's do one more. So this is the Jay-Z song. It's a public service announcement, but with different words, obviously. Okay. Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Kev. K to the EV. Game may change, but I evolve like an EV. Record books at the top where you see me. Epic solo, world's best time by TTP. That's clever.
There you go.
Yeah. I could drive again there. So I went into New York for Giratina. So I booked a trip to New York with my wife and kids. Then my kids have 2 activities, so they're not gonna go. So I had this big room in New York, which is expensive as hell, obviously.
Yeah.
And so we're like, you know what, the kids are gonna stay home, my parents will watch them, and my wife will come. Well, my wife decides that she doesn't want to when they announce Lotad Day. She's like, if you're just gonna be doing Lotads, I don't care about Lotad, like it doesn't matter, da 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 da. So she decides to go see her parents or something, and I was going for Giratina because they had the altered Giratina, and at the time I booked the trip, I didn't have one, so I was all excited. So then I get a 98, it was either 98 or a Hundo Giratina. So it's like, I don't need Giratina anymore.
Yeah.
And then they announced Lotad Day, and it's like, oh, my favorite thing in New York is grinding the tasks.
Yeah.
And I can't do that. So, you know, I wasn't gonna go, and then I was like, we have the room, it was non-refundable, so I ended up playing Magic with a friend all day Friday.
Nice.
And then Friday night, I ground a bunch of tasks, and then Saturday morning, I woke up at like 5:30 and started grinding tasks. But for Lotad Day, I met up with Chapo Trap. He's a fantastic raider. He's I would say the best 1v1er on the planet, and also the best anti-phantom person on the planet as well. It's his calling. So we met up, and I think neither of us were interested in Lotad. We were just gonna raid. And then I started getting shinies like that. I got like 4 shinies in the first like 10 or 11 encounters.
Oh wow.
So then we both just started like doing more and more tasks. We'd stopped to do raids. We did some fun challenges and stuff. We duo Dragonite using only Dragonites, and it was against the Dragontail Hurricane moveset, which is hard as hell with
Yeah,
Dragonites. Wow. And we beat it with like 8 seconds left, and we got timed out.
Oh wow.
That was livid, absolutely livid. It was like we did it a few times. We got our practice. We had a perfect run, and we got to take it away from us. But we did a couple of things too. We did a cool Marowak solo, and then I beat him in damage in the Marowak, so that was exciting.
Nice.
And then we did a Togetic, and he beat me in damage in that. Okay. So, but it was
like a lot of fun, though.
It was a really good time, and I guess 2 of us who normally wouldn't care about like a task-driven shiny thing, because we were in the moment, we're like trying to get more cast forms. So for a while, my Lotad cat was crushing his cast form count. So like he was trying to get cast forms and stuff, and in the end we were all excited about it, and we just deleted them all. But it was like,
you did.
Yeah, there's the moment of getting a shiny, right? Even if you don't care about collecting shinies, the moment of getting a shiny is exciting.
Absolutely.
That little sparkle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's even when it's kind of expected a day like that, it's still fun. So
I always get excited when I get shinies.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Hasn't happened enough recently though.
No, it's I'm in the drought myself. But yeah, that day, I in a 26-hour span, I walked 50 kilometers or 48 kilometers or something.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great because I was at 2 going into the thing.
Yeah,
so I got to 52 really fast, and I was able to collect my things. I've been lazy recently, so
yeah.
But yeah, Lotad Day. I like the longer time. I think it actually makes a lot of sense, but I was devastated when they announced it because I knew I'd be in New York. Yeah. And it was like, you're gonna ruin all my tasks.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I hope they continue with the longer hours like that for those types of events, just to give more people an opportunity to be able to play. So.
Are you getting any event fatigue?
I definitely think they run too many events. You know, I get excited now if there's nothing going on in a weekend. Yeah. That way I don't feel like I have to play and things like that. So I can say some, yeah. I enjoy the events, but it's too much at times. I like the Latios week as opposed to the Rayquaza weekend. You know? Yeah. Like, just give a little bit more time and spread it out. And like, if in a week I could find a day or 2 where I can go nuts, you know? Yeah, well, I mean, I still have to look for the weekends myself personally, just because I work during the week. And during the raid times especially. Yeah, so, you know, more time I think is always good for events like these. On the other hand, I think Legendary Lunch is good because if you miss it, you didn't miss anything. Yeah. It's like, I got to do a bunch of Giratina today, but I missed like the first 4 my group did. And it's like, who cares? Yeah. Like, I still got to do more Giratina than I normally would. And if someone else didn't get it, it's like, who cares? You could do Giratina tomorrow instead, you know? Yeah. I kind of like the fact, the non-FOMO event where you just really miss nothing is a welcome change. Definitely. Yeah, because I mean, I could never do the lunch hour raids. I mean, I'm driving around for work at that time, so there's no possible way for me to do that because I never know on any day where I'm going to be. Right, right. So it's not like I can plan for it. Yeah, no, I hear that. And I mean, so it stinks that they have it on a weekday for that. Like, I wish they would do like a dinner raid hour. Yeah. Or like a breakfast. Oh, God, I'd love a breakfast raid hour. That's you would. But I'd be there with like 3 other people. Yeah. You know, we say that, but like I do a breakfast raid 3 or 4 days a week with a good amount of people. Yeah. So, there's a couple of people who raid those super early eggs. Not many though. Yeah, I mean, if it was something good, you know, if it's something that got me excited, I'd maybe wake up for it. But there just hasn't been anything that's just that exciting to me where I'm like, I need to wake up and I need to get this. Yeah, I mean, maybe Shiny Ray would do it. That would probably do it for me. I'd probably be raiding before I had to go to work, then go to work and try and sneak a couple in after work, and then that weekend I'd be raiding like crazy. So, did you see this like Mewtwo A, Mewtwo B, Armored Mewtwo stuff in the code? I did. Do you know anything about that? I don't know much about it. I don't know anything about it, to be honest with you. So, I mean, I guess Armored Mewtwo seems like it would be cool without knowing what it does. It sounds awesome. Yeah, I mean, it looks cool. I've been kind of thinking about that too. Like, how are they going to introduce Mewtwo back into the game? Because they're going to have to. Because you can't, like, new player. Like, say somebody started today. How are they going to get Mewtwo? What, are you just never going to allow them to have a Mewtwo in their decks unless they trade for it?
It'll come back. It's Niantic. It all comes back.
Yeah, that's so. You know, like the Spirit Tomb quest.
Yeah,
it's not there right now,
and that's a harder one because most people don't want to trade it because
it's the only one you can get.
Extras.
Yeah.
It'll come back at some point. I like the Spirit Tomb quest. That was a good one.
Yeah, it was fun
because it took a little bit of time, but it gave you things to do.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm ready for more special research.
I am too.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
I mean, really, Meltan, I guess, was a while ago at this point.
Yeah.
Was it December or something?
Jeez, I don't even know.
November?
Exactly.
Like, it was like a long time ago.
It's been a good bit.
So that will be good. Are you going to Go Fest?
I'm going to attempt to.
Nice.
I think it'd be a lot of fun. I enjoyed it last year, but nothing's guaranteed. Looks like it's going to be 4 days now.
Yeah.
So it should give a lot more people the opportunity to go, which I really like.
It should be in a smaller space. It looks like they only have 10 to 15,000 people a day that they can hold.
Really?
Yeah, so it'll be more total people, but it won't be like 4 times the size.
Yeah. I wonder why they're moving it to a smaller space.
Probably because what was available and stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
I love the space that was last year. I think that was great.
It was, but I did feel like there were some gaps in between the areas.
That's fair.
With not enough spawns as well, too, though.
Yeah.
So,
maybe they fixed that.
It depends. Could be hit or miss.
I missed the, I wish there was some kind of raid thing or some more reason to talk to people as opposed to just put your head down and grind.
Yeah. I was disappointed there were no raids.
Yeah.
So that would be nice if that was a change and there were raids in
especially exclusive raids.
Absolutely.
But you'll have to tell me about them because I can't go.
Yeah, that sucks.
Literally one weekend all summer that I couldn't move things around or whatever. It's I have a major work deadline and both kids' birthdays.
Yeah.
Like, really, like you had to do that. So I could go Sunday. I could like fly out first thing Sunday morning.
Basketball court, there's a
Oh yeah, it already ran for me. I saw it.
Oh, I didn't even pop up for me.
I was talking, otherwise I was gonna tell you. Yeah, it's I could fly in Sunday morning, do Sunday Go Fest, and then fly home that night and be at work Monday. But that seems like a really long day and an awful lot of money to
just play for a few hours.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
I used to have a job.
Think I would do it
I used to have a job where I'd fly to Chicago, work, and fly back, in a day. So I've done that before. It's not great, but it's not the worst thing ever. But it just really, like, I think a lot of what made Go Fest fun was hanging out with my friends, like through the city and everything, and meeting people and like taking a little bit of time. I've said this a bunch of times. I had more fun on the Saturday when we were downtown Chicago than I did on the Sunday when we were in Go Fest. And it's not that Go Fest wasn't awesome. It's just that the Saturday in Chicago was one of the greatest things ever.
Yeah.
So maybe something falls through and I can fly in for a couple of days or something, maybe get the work thing done early. But there's no point in me taking a ticket from someone else.
Yeah.
That's a 99.9% chance I can't go.
Well, I'm gonna try to go, so hopefully I can make that happen.
I hope you do too. I think, well, I'm not going to publicly just talk about ticket buying strategies, but we have some ideas within our group for how to get some tickets. I think the fact that you need to buy it through the game is great. You saw that?
I did, yeah.
So I think that's a really good addition. It makes a lot of sense. And to get rid of that scalper population will be awesome.
Yes.
Like, I guess if someone plays Pogo and scalps, that's fine, but no. Yeah. The people who didn't even play being able to buy tickets was really infuriating.
Yeah, it definitely was.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else is going on. I feel like it's constant news, but the poses. A lot of people got really mad about that.
I think it's a little ridiculous.
Why?
You have to pay 500 coins for a pose? Like, it's silly. That should just be something like, it just like changes randomly every now and then or something like that. They don't give us anything anymore. Like, just give us something. Give us one free pose at least, and then sell like 4 others.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just the amount of money that they already make, and then they put things like that into the game to just make even more. Like, it's just give us something for once.
That honk was not at me.
Yeah.
Just so we're clear. I'm driving well. For me, it's just a nothing. Like, I would never buy it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I looked at them just to look at them.
Yeah.
I'll never buy one.
And if other people are paying $5 for that, I guess it supports the game long term, so that's good. But
But $5 for a pose is it's insane.
Crazy.
It's insane.
Totally crazy.
Yeah. I disagree with it.
You know what I would pay $5 for? More friends.
Yeah. Yeah, open up that. I mean, there's a lot of, like, for me, you know what? More friends just actually made me think of one thing that's annoyed me recently.
Go for it.
The gym badges.
Yeah.
How you can only have 1,000. I have now had gold gyms not be in my list anymore because of the amount of gyms that I see.
That may be why my number's not changing.
Yeah.
Because I had those California golds.
Yeah.
They're probably gone.
They're probably gone.
Oh, man.
Yep. I have lost 4 golds, and I know the 4 that they are because it was when I had my old job in Westchester. Those 4 local gyms there, I had gold, and none of them were on my list.
And you haven't been down there in a very, very long time.
I have not been down there. And now that I drive around for work, and I'm in so many different areas, we've traveled and played, so I have gyms all over, and I'm starting to lose badges. I don't like it.
I have a half dozen that are gold that are gone now.
Yeah.
So like legacy gyms, I guess.
And that's the worst thing. Gyms that aren't gyms anymore, you're losing those badges, and you have no way to get them back. So they really need to change that code to open that number up. It's not that hard. It does not take that much, you know, server space for them to open that number up.
I never understood why they didn't make a web interface to like go in and look at your Pokemon.
Because they don't like to do smart things.
I mean, it's the only rational explanation, I guess.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know what else to say.
But could you imagine, like, you go in and one of the first IV checkers, IV Go or Go something, I don't know how it was called, but you could, you logged in through like Explorer and it would like show all your Pokemon. Yep. And you could go and like rename them there and delete them there and everything. And then it came out that like anything accessing your account could get you shadow banned, so everyone went away from it. But, well, I guess they probably banned it even before that. But when it was there, it was so convenient. And it was like, you know, every player probably doesn't care what the IV of something is. Yeah. But there's no reason why, like, I catch 500 Pokemon a day. I don't need to check 500 Pokemon. There should be a screen I can open up and look and sort by IV and then delete, and that's it. I don't understand. Like, imagine how much more I would play the game if I wasn't, like, deleting stuff, you know? Yeah. Like,
wasting your time. Yeah. Like, just doing, like, the monotonous stuff.
Well, think about it. We all have like our little task list of all the different things we have to do every single day to maximize stuff or whatever, you know?
Oh, yeah. It's almost a chore now.
It is. It very much is. And it's the kind of thing where, like, if you could take some of that away, we're all totally addicted, you know? Yeah. We're still gonna play the game. We're still gonna do this stuff. But imagine, like, if we're cutting that stuff out and then, like, I don't know, looking at more poses that we want and buying them. Or, you know, PvPing more and losing and being like, oh my god, I gotta pump something, so I'm going to
go play more and get more dust. Yeah,
exactly.
So we haven't talked about Smurgle.
Oh yeah. Worst mechanic ever.
What are your feelings on that?
I did it once.
So you've only done it once?
Twice. I got 2 of them actually. I got 2 Smurgle and I got 4 Pikachu. My badge is 6.
Okay. So, I didn't do it yesterday. I've done it a decent amount. Yeah. I'm gonna do it, because I mean, obviously I want to get the gold badge, because it's gonna annoy me if it's not. So, I've missed a few days here and there. One night I fell asleep, but I've been trying to really do it. So I have a ton of them to trade for you.
I'm really happy about it. I have some bagging for you.
But it is super annoying. Like, if they made it more consistent, like, hey, you're gonna get it in the first 5 you do for the day or something like that. That'd be great. But for somebody to have to sit there and take thousands of pictures to be able to get one, it's the dumbest thing ever.
The first day I did it, I must have took like 400, 500 pictures. It wasn't bad compared to what others had to do. Yeah. But it's just like, at that point, I'm like, I never want to do this again.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb mechanic for a Pokemon that's not any good.
And it's a neat concept.
It is.
But just to make it, I don't know. I don't get it. Some of the decisions they make are so, like, they don't play the game.
I mean, was that their way of trying to get people to use AR mode or something? Because if it is, it's really bad, because all I do is just sit there and take pictures while I'm at home, like in the dark, just have the Pokemon pop up, and, you know, it's not actually what the AR aspect of it was supposed to be. So
I don't know why I picture the pipe when you're doing that. Like, you're sitting on a couch, you have like a pipe. You're just like pounding on your phone trying to get pictures. It's like super dark. There's like a dim light in the background.
Just for TV,
stroking your beer with like a third hand or something. Yeah.
I don't know. It's very frustrating. I liked when they did the April Fools with Pikachu, mainly just because it gave me 5 a day, and that's that many less I'm going to have to do on another day.
Well, it happened so fast, which was nice, and like there are different poses, and you can get the ashes and stuff like that.
I didn't see an ash the entire time.
I didn't.
So.
I did the 4, like I said. I did 4 the one day and none the second day. But that makes a lot more sense to me than the way they're trying to do it. Now, on the other hand, I would never have used AR Plus, and I use it here or there now because I noticed it because of that.
Okay.
So it did work for that. I was at the Eagle Stadium, and I decided I wanted to take a picture of Snorlax running out of the entrance.
Yeah. See, now I have AR Plus turned off now because it just loads faster when I'm, and it makes it a quicker process when I'm trying to get these Smirks.
I had to actually turn AR Plus mode on in order to do that. It's usually off. But I mean, at least I know what it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's what I don't understand, and I just can't conceptualize, is Niantic sees this as an AR game, which is fine, it makes sense. But you can placate your player base while also being an AR game too, you know?
Yeah.
And there's a want for competitive things. There's a want for some quality of life changes. There's a want for a better interface. And, you know, I've said this a million times, it's like we're not the customer of Pokemon Go. The customer is the sponsors, and then the people they're selling the AR platforms to.
Yeah.
And we're just beta testers. And you see it with Lucky Friends. I mean, like, how the hell could a Lucky Friend trade fail?
Yeah, that's just...
I mean, that's insane.
Yeah.
It's like, that's your feature, you're launching it, you have a media embargo on it, yada, 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 and then, like, it comes out, and, like, immediately it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And it's just, that's crazy to me. It's, at some point, people should get sick of being beta testers, but we all, you know, I was walking around with 50-some people.
We're just
spending, like,
they just
40
know
passes,
that we're
you know?
in so deep now that,
it's
like...
crazy.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, this next event, this egg hatching event, is horrible.
Oh, yeah.
It's putrid. And they're going to put Rilo in a 2K, and we're all going to be like, oh my god, we got to get it. And, like...
Good thing I don't need it anymore.
Yeah, no, I have mine 1500. I'm so excited. It's 15 exactly.
I forget what mine came out to be, like 1490s or something like that. So it's decent.
Yeah,
so I'm happy
I had a
with it.
1468.
I've actually just hatched 2 recently.
Apparently
so
they're getting slightly more common.
Yeah, I figured that when I hatched 2, like back to back.
I don't hatch 7Ks, so I would never know, but that's what I've heard recently. That's why I was able to trade for a bunch.
Yeah.
But yeah, just we're stupid because eggs are horrible. Yet how many people like?
I still do it for shinies. Like I want the shiny babies.
So many people do, and people do it for the Stardust, and it's just until we actually stop spending money on the incubators, they're gonna keep doing that, and
which I don't think will ever happen.
No,
you know, every now and then, like I'll just look at different Facebook posts and things like that, and somebody was asking like, oh, what should they spend coins on, this or this, and like it was like between raid passes or something else. Somebody was like, oh, don't spend money on raid passes, that's like the worst thing. I'm like, what? Like that's the complete opposite of what. But some people are like, oh, I just don't have time to raid and things like that. So I guess it really depends on your play.
Well, how many people like send requests to like delete 400 raid passes?
Yeah, which is crazy. Like, I mean, I'm under 300 right now.
Look at you.
But I would never want them deleted.
No.
I would just go raid. That's what I would do. Like, I don't get it. Like, I mean, I get, like, all right, you don't have a group to get all the level 5s done or something like that. So find lower level raids. I mean, granted,
I really wanted to curse there. That was awesome.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, I guess living in our area, I don't know what some people experience though, just because we do have a decent amount of gyms. We have a good group of people around raiding. So I don't know what it's like to not be in an area like that.
Yeah, it's fair.
So maybe those people that don't have an area like this, okay, I get that.
But you're gonna go on vacation someday.
But yeah,
I
don't know. I would say figure it out, because raiding is probably one of the best parts of this game.
Oh yeah.
Especially with, the legendary Pokemon and Pokemon you can only get in raids. So
yeah,
I never understand that when people are like, delete raid passes, don't buy raid passes. Like, what?
If I had 400 raid passes, I would keep that there, and the fact that I would raid at some point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, I don't get it. But again, there's probably a very valid reason that we're missing.
Yeah. We just have to live in a different area.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, that's a flaw in their game too. If you have raiding as like your keystone feature, and you have a percentage of your player base that can't ever raid, like, what are you doing wrong?
Yeah.
You know, why aren't you giving these people a chance to raid? I still don't understand why US raids end at 7. Other people are getting them till 9:30.
Yeah, that's really frustrating.
And I'm sure it's related to legal stuff and lawsuits and all that junk. But it's very frustrating. You know, I look at you as like a perfect example. If you could raid from like 7 to 9, like how great would that be?
Oh my God, that would be life-changing.
And that's how it was that first summer. You
Yeah.
know? We'd go out and there'd always be that like last raid at like 8:45 that everyone from all the neighboring towns would come to, and that was really fun. And I don't understand. I mean, I guess I like to think that people have enough common sense to not do anything stupid and just like be respectful, but I guess people aren't. But
I mean, I think most people are, but there's still always those 1 or 2 bad eggs that are going to ruin it for everybody, and I'm sure that's, you know, the reasoning for a lot of this.
But like, why are there no bad eggs in like Germany, but there's bad eggs here?
Yeah.
Don't answer that, Germans. It's not meant to bash America. I'm leaving you wide open.
You had to pick Germany too,
yeah,
huh?
They can bash us pretty good. Sorry about that.
Oh man.
But yeah, that's a frustration. We've been on frustrations for a few minutes. Let's do a non-frustration. What do you like about the game recently?
Man, that's a tough question actually. A lot of it seems like it's getting stale to me. I've been playing a lot less.
Yeah.
I will say I finally broke down though. I made an alt.
Yeah.
So I've been playing that a little bit. So, I mean, I guess trading between myself, trying to get better Pokemon.
That's bad.
Yeah.
So I like Adventure Sync a lot. I got an elliptical in my house.
Mm-hmm.
I'll sit on that.
Well, that's cool, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's been good recently. And I think the community day, well, I don't like the exclusive move model. The actual like getting everyone out together model is really good.
Yeah.
And what was the one we had last? Useless one? Trico.
Yeah.
Just being able to like chill with everyone was so good.
I agree.
I don't know where I'm going here. Davisville.
So the next light.
Yeah.
I mean, even still with community days, like, yeah, it's getting people out and playing, but not necessarily all playing together, because some people do like we do at times and drive around and stuff like that. So.
Or you go to parking lots.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny that you almost root for a bad community day so you can actually have a community day.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a way for them to really fix it either. Unless they just put the spawns in parks.
Or heavily increase them in parks compared to what they are now. Make it like Go Fest where you can't move half an inch without having a spawn.
Yeah.
You know, so you're not reducing anyone else. Someone without parks doesn't get screwed. But you just kind of make the park thing really incentivized.
Yeah.
The other thing you could do is not have the exclusive move.
Yeah.
Because if you only have...
Or have a legacy TM.
Yeah. Well, I guess people want the shinies more than the exclusive move, right?
I mean, I think it depends.
Yeah, I'm not really sure which gets more of the draw. I don't know.
I mean, the shinies are nice, but it's basically expected to get a shiny that day as well, too.
Yeah.
So...
My coworker plays, which is really funny that, like she admitted, like, casually she played once, and I was like, oh, you know, I play a little bit too, right?
A little bit, yeah.
I'm afraid to friend her because she ever saw how much I play. Like, why does Kev's recently caught keep changing so much? Like, he's on the phone with me right now. What the hell? I told her about Silph Road today, though, so that could turn out bad.
Yeah.
I have super ridiculously productive employee gonna learn about the game in more detail.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But yeah, so she didn't get a shiny and she was all sad. She played for like 2.5 hours in like a high density area and didn't get a... What was the one before Trico? No, I think it was Trico. I don't know.
Yeah, they're all running together now.
Yeah, it does. Have you been playing PvP?
Very little.
Really?
Yeah. I was supposed to do a tournament last month, but I decided to not go to the tournament and go to the Phillies game instead.
Which is a good choice given how they've been
playing. I mean, just not even... It's just... Like we talked about earlier with all the events and always something going on. So community day was no, it wasn't community day. It was Lotad day.
Oh, okay.
Was the day before. and I was gonna do a tournament the next day, and I'm like sitting there at home, and it's like noon. The tournament was at 5. The Phillies game was at 7, and I'm like, you know what? I want to go to the Phillies game.
Yeah.
So I went on StubHub and I bought some tickets, and I was like, this is what's happening.
Yeah.
So I decided not to do the tournament. I'm actually a little disappointed I didn't do the shiny tournament recently.
Yeah, so we did that. Every month we have an online group in my home Discord. There's 28 of us, 29 of us at this point, so it's a really big group. And our most successful tournament so far was shiny only. You could only use shinies. And we've really had fun with it.
Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun. Was there a winner?
No, we have one more round yet.
Okay.
There's probably going to be a winner. The way the pairings worked out, the 2 4-0s already played each other.
Okay.
So one person's undefeated with a round to play. So I guess if they lose and other people win, there could be tiebreaker stuff.
Okay.
But they probably won. It'd be really hard for them not to have won.
Interesting.
That probably shouldn't be parked on train tracks, right?
Probably not.
Yeah.
But if there's going to be another train coming, the light will change as well too.
It's well designed.
Yes. It's like they thought about it.
I'm gonna rap before talking about the shiny tournament while I'm on train tracks. Grind like this will take you far. 1,000 subs, the next YouTube star. Real friends, we know who you are. Smack down the haters like Tyranitar.
There you go. Speaking of haters, I got some haters on 4chan.
Wait, what?
Yeah. It's been going on for a while. I think it started in one of the other local Discords. There were a few people that they were like really like, you know, talking crap about and always saying stuff about. But yeah, I apparently was brought up again today, and somebody mentioned me, and somebody made a 4chan account as Chaos Bill, like responding, and it's not me. I've never used 4chan in my life.
Yeah, I don't even know what 4chan is.
It's just like it's just a forum basically where people post about stuff, and yeah, so I've got some haters on 4chan, so it's pretty funny.
Awesome. We should smack them down at Tyranitar. That's what the song says.
So sorry, go ahead. Tell me about the shiny tournament.
It was way more interesting. So yeah, one of our friend Sam, who I think would be really good at hosting a podcast, but I didn't say that out loud. She had a team of Metacham, Altaria, and Ezumrol. And so it's just like, that's like a standard regular Great Lake team.
Yeah. And
she's here in a shiny tournament using it. So that was a little tough to beat. We were practicing and she was just absolutely annihilating me. But her team was nuts. My team, I have Altaria, which is good. But you know what sucks is my Dragon Pulse and Sky Attack are switched compared to my normal Altaria. So it throws me off so much. Like I'm about to use 2 TMs just to fix it. It's that bad. And then I also have Dragonair. So my strategy has basically been just like dragging the hell out of you and then like hope that you're dead enough that I could, I guess, right with Venusaur or Blastoise essentially. It's been really fun. It's been a really neat tournament. You're seeing a lot of people who don't always do as well doing really well, and some of like our local superstars are getting whooped.
Yeah.
So I really like that about it, just for the variety. So it was good. But we do 4 or 5 tournaments a month in our community, and we always try to do one fun one. So shiny was the one this time. One of the ones I want to do soon is all legendary, but a Great League. So if you legendary, we did no legendary, no mythical, so it would be the opposite of that.
Yeah.
And I think that would be really funny to see, just like random like out of the box birds, you know?
Yeah.
Like I think everyone would have Melmetal, and then yeah. Be playing like Reggie's to beat Mel. I want to just. You think if Reggie beats Melmetal with Focus Blast?
I don't know.
I don't know either. We may have to find out.
Yeah.
It may happen. Ask the important questions here on Trust the Cones. So Self Road announced that they're having regionals, and I have been a huge praiser of Self Road and what they've done with everything and how they've set things up. I think they dropped the ball pretty big here. There's a 2-week window to apply for regionals, right? And it's going to be between 25 and 100 plus people. How do you plan for that?
Yeah. That's a little crazy.
I mean, it really sucks. I have full confidence that Bucksmont would run a great tournament. You know,
yeah.
We could find a big venue. We could find a small venue. Hell, like we have a budget. We could pay for a venue. You know, like we can do it. But to give us a situation where the range is that wide, and like we have no idea who's gonna make regionals. Like, is the one best person from each Discord gonna make regionals? Is like the 30 best people? Is it world ranked or is it local ranked? Like, what what does it? The leaderboards still aren't even out yet. So to be rushing this regional thing with little behind it, I mean, as a player, I'm so excited to compete with other Discords and stuff. I hope I get to qualify and get to play stuff and everything. But as a coordinator, it's really, really frustrating what they did.
Yeah.
So I'm not a fan of that part. So I had to put them on blast a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I personally, I'd like to PvP a little bit more, but like timing of tournaments and things like that, it's just not always as convenient for me. So
we moved it this month for you.
I know.
Yeah.
So like I said, it's not always.
Always.
So you know, I'm going to try to participate a little bit more. I want to try and I haven't even honestly looked at the list of people that do the online leagues to be able to start getting friendship, but I'll probably do that soon, start working on some friendships. I mean, I'm friends with a decent amount of people that are in the tournament.
You're probably best friends with about 20 and not friends at all with about 7.
Yeah, so I wouldn't have to work too hard to get there, but there would be a little bit of work.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start doing that soon. I'm at 195 friends. I've never hit the 200.
I've been at 200 for weeks.
Yeah, I probably never will. And there's a decent amount of people I can actually remove from my list.
Yeah.
That I just haven't gone through and done yet. So I'll have room.
I've been cutting like mad, and I hate doing it. I always try to reach out to the person personally first to say like, hey, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
He can't always do that, but I try to when I can. So, but it's really, really hard to find space. We, in our home league, starting in February, we took all the winners or second places for all tournaments and formed a Champions League. And the Champions League had a draft. And we did Poké Draft PvP.
That's pretty cool.
It's been awesome. So I guess we did this, and a couple other groups did it to the point where we got on Pogo Raids. And Pogo Raids has now started a PvP draft.
Nice.
Yeah, so I'm building friendship for that. But I mean, it's just to find room for people and to get.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Like with the limit of 200 friends.
Well, that's what I said before. I mean, if Niantic charged me $100 to add 100 friends, I would do it in a second, and without even thinking.
Yeah.
You know, it's frustrating to have to remove people who like you see occasionally. I mean, send a DM to like the casual player and be like, hey, you know, I really like playing with you, and I'm glad. Like, I want you to come out with us, but we're not friends anymore.
Yeah. And
it sucks.
Yeah.
It totally sucks.
I just hope I never reach the point of deletion.
I'm not deleting you. No, you live close enough that if you're a lucky friend, we can get it done. So
yeah.
And that right there keeps you on the list. Yeah. I did an online tournament league for PvP. And I loved it conceptually, and I hated it in practice. So I actually quit it this week.
Okay.
Probably a little whining over dramatically, but it would take 3 days to play around.
Oh, wow.
And, you know, people are all over the world, so it's hard to coordinate, but it's like, it shouldn't take 3 days to play around. So I would play a game on like a Saturday, and then we'd wait 3 days for that round to end, because me and the one person would be all excited about it, you know?
Yeah.
And there'd always be the 2 to 4 people who are making it take a long time. And again, they're probably not jerks or anything, it's probably just like life
timing
busy.
And,
yeah, different time zones. And then, you know, you play one of those people next, and you gotta wait 3 more days. So you're playing 2 tournaments in 2 games over 6 days in the same tournament, and it's not over, you know?
Yeah, that's frustrating.
The meta shifts fast enough that, like, my Great League team on Saturday is a lot different than my Great League team on Friday.
Yeah.
So it's just to have it be that long, and then you're stuck with this team, and, you know, you lose a round, and all of a sudden it's like you're playing for, like, 3rd or 4th because you know your tiebreakers are against you already, and, like, it was frustrating. So I dropped it. I'm not going to do it going forward. I think the concept is good. I think the guys running it do a good job. I just think that getting that many people to all coordinate together and do it well is a problem.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, especially with people all around the world.
Yeah.
Time zones and things like that.
Yeah.
It makes a big
Well, I mean, the last guy I played was from, I think, like the Philippines. I could be wrong about that, but it's somewhere in that, like, part of the world.
Yeah.
And it could be New Zealand, too. I don't remember. But, the time zone wise was so different that like we each would sleep in a different 8 hours.
Yeah.
So, and then you figure an hour to wake up, an hour to decompress before bed. You're talking about like at most a 4-hour window where we could play.
Yeah.
You know, and it got very frustrating. It's not his fault, but I mean, I was infuriated trying to coordinate it. Because then you know, we're the last one and everyone's waiting, and it's just, that's my anxiety I talked about earlier.
Yeah.
Can't stand to be the last one, and yada, yada, yada.
Trust me, I know about anxiety and depression and everything myself, so.
Yeah. So I stopped that, and I'm gonna focus on live. The other thing I don't like about online, and we still have it even in our local thing, is the amount of times matches are decided by technical issues is way too high.
Yeah.
And it's like, so yesterday I was playing one in our Champions League. You know, we did, there were 7 people, 4 of us went 4-2. So we made a top 4 playoffs, right? And game 1 I win. Game 2, I can't switch. It just, not letting me switch. I'm getting beat on. It's like a moderately bad matchup, maybe like, I don't remember what it was. It's one that I lose, but not like terribly badly.
Yeah.
So then my guy dies, and I have something that destroys it in like 2 moves. I think he had like Lucario out, and I have some counter user or something. So I could easily kill him immediately, but I don't get the chance to because it puts in my other guy because I can't choose the thing.
Oh man.
So it's like he was probably gonna win the match anyway. He picked a better lineup than me and stuff. Like I think there was a good chance I was gonna lose that game regardless. But it stunk that like we didn't get to play it out because I didn't get to switch to what I wanted to.
Yeah, that's frustrating.
No fault of my own, and you're sitting there for 10 seconds trying to pick the guy. You know, I think I don't remember what it was. It was really like. It wasn't like he had Altaria out and I had Meganium and Asmoral, but it was something on that level.
Yeah.
Where it gave me the absolute worst possible thing, you know?
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was rough. So, that's my story of online PvP. I really wish Niantic would invest in the format.
Yeah.
Both in making it better and making it more stable. But I every day I think less and less that it's the future.
Yeah, I mean, I think if they had a competitive aspect to it more, they might, but, you know, the Sylph thing, that's not directly them.
No, it's not.
So...
And I think, for the most part, other than this regionals thing, Sylph has done an amazing job, given that it's not their thing, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
Again, I think it's awesome. And I've said that numerous times, but, Magic the Gathering became huge because they had these big tournaments, you know?
Yeah.
Which I'm sure they lost money on early on, but, like... People like, I want to be a Magic Pro, you know, and the reality is I had a friend who was a Magic Pro. He like made a lot more to his real job than he made playing Magic. And,
yeah.
Like, but that drive to do it, you know, make you want to buy the cards, want to practice more, play more, you know, like they could do that so easily with just, you take a matchmaking system, you have like sit and go type tournaments like poker style, and then you give away like charge TMs. Yeah. Like, could you imagine you charge $1 in coins for it? You give 1 frig and then $1 coins after that, you know? Yeah. Or maybe like $5 and give away bigger prizes. Like, it would be insane. It would be totally insane. And it would make them money off the PvP aspect and then money on people trying to get better and better at it. Yeah. And it's just insane to me that they don't adopt that model. But again, we talked about why already. Yeah.
But yeah, I like the PvP. I don't love it. I don't like it as much as I thought I was going to either. And I think you like it more than we both thought you were going to.
I like it less today than I did last time we talked.
Yeah.
I still like it. I still think it's good. But I mean, I really like playing different people from all over, like, who I know from, like, different realms of Twitter or Reddit or whatever. And, like, you know a little bit about the way they think, but you don't know them completely. So you're trying to get in their head and, like, that kind of thing. I think that's really fun. So, and the game can't ruin that. No matter how much it glitches, you know, we just restart and play another match and it's fine, you know? So I really like that aspect of it a lot. I also like using Bastiodon.
Yeah.
I think it's awesome.
I have one now.
Oh, nice.
But I need more candy to be able to power it up and stuff. It'll get to $14.99.
Nice.
So I'm pretty excited about that.
I had the second best possible one, which is actually pretty easy to get because the best is 12, 15, 15, which is like right in lucky range. Mine's 12, 15, 14.
Nice.
So I did use some rare candy on it. I eventually caught some more and powered it to finish the rest of the way. And it's overwhelmingly fun to play with. Yeah,
I just have so many candies to invest still, but it will be there
a long way to go.
Yes.
All right, well, I mean, I guess I got one more wrap to do. Okay. But I will say my goodbye at this point. It's been a pleasure with everyone. I've gotten to meet a lot of people, gotten to know so many of you. It's been fun to do this. Bill's a fantastic partner, and like we genuinely like each other and had a good time doing this.
It's been a lot of fun. I'm gonna be sad that we aren't gonna be, you know, seeing each other as much and doing
I hope we still hang out. I hope we don't like fraud a way out of each other because we don't have like a reason to meet up, you know?
No, I don't think that'll happen.
I don't think so either, but I want to make sure we actually hang out. So.
Well, we already talked about, you know, and maybe we'll do a Phillies game or something like that too.
That sounds so fun.
Yeah,
definitely. They're so good. It's great. But yeah, it's really been awesome. I'm still gonna be doing Game Press stuff. Bill's gonna keep the channel alive. I'll yell at him if he doesn't. That seems very threatening, but I'll do it. And it's gonna be awesome. So I will leave you with the rap that I wrote. The channel was about 3 or 4 days old. We had just smashed Entei in our first video, and I was walking around the park by my house, which was the Geodude nest, and I wrote this that day. So it's to well, I don't remember what song it was to. It's to a Future song that like he says rep the set a lot about like Percocet.
Okay.
But yeah. You grind legends. We are legendary, visionary, revolutionary. Rep the cones. Gotta trust the cones. Chase a Ralts. Never chase Lefairy. Lures up. Lures up. Lures up. Train a Mucket. Lures up. Trust the cones. Always rep the cones. Chase a Ralts. Never chase Lefairy. I'm playing Go with my Pokemon bro. Pop the incense, let the Pokemon flow. A million dust to make that Pokemon grow. I'm taking down your gyms to get that Pokemon dough. You are just a noob and your Pokemon blow. Rhydon versus Entei, that's a Pokemon no. Mudslap's not that good, it makes your Pokemon slow. I messed it up. I messed it up. There's a little bit more after that. I like it so much. Where is it? I always put in the work. Taking the grind to New York. Hatch all the babies, you might as well just call me the stork. Oh god, it's bad. 100 mil and we pop in a corp. Golem is done, stick it with a fork. That rhyme was corny, I'm such a dork. Is there a better way to end me and Trust the Cones than that right there?
I don't think so.
Thanks guys.
Yeah, that was awesome. I have to say too, he did like 98% of that without even looking at anything. That was all off the top of his head. So you know he's been doing this in the shower for quite a while.
I freestyle rap in the shower literally every day.
Yeah.
Like, if I had the confidence, and I don't, but if I had the confidence, I would have Bill like name Pokemon, and I would try to like do a freestyle about the different Pokemon as you would name them.
Well,
I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah. So, you know, thanks, you know, for doing this with me. It's been a lot of fun. Like I said, I'm gonna miss you, you know, but I'll try and keep it alive. It's not gonna be right away. Take a little bit of time to figure out, you know, how to move forward with everything. But I'm pretty sure I will, and maybe I'll have you on as a guest one day, and we can try that.
I would love.
So.
That's a lot of practice to get there, and a lot of confidence I don't have. But yeah, someday.
But yeah, definitely appreciate everything. Gonna miss you. As always, everyone, thanks for listening. And
we just got cut off at the funniest point. Bill's getting all emotional and like, thanks for listening, everyone. And
then it cut off. And I was saying to Kev, I should just leave it like that and leave everybody up in the air, wondering what's gonna happen. But you know, Trust the Cones will still be there. Like I mean, you're still doing Game Press stuff with me, so it's
yeah.
I'm still doing Game Press stuff, so it'll still be there. Just might be a little bit of time to figure out the exact direction to move forward with. But you know, we definitely appreciated all of you, and you'll hear from us soon. Well, at least me. See you guys.
Bye.